Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Week 4 AFC North race update. Actually, week 5, I meant to say, in a sense. Week 4. Well, actually, I think it would be week 4. Talking about that because week 5 is coming in around. But you know what I'm talking about, guys. But the AFC North race update. Steelers still at the top. They suffered a loss to the Colts, by 3 points. It started off 7. It was 17-0. Steelers came back in the game, but the comeback win in the end didn't go their way, and the Colts held off on a W and held off on a lead and finished the game winning. I think it was 27-24, if I'm not mistaken. And the Steelers dropped to 3-1. Still a good record, 2 games above 500. We also seen, of course, the Ravens. They won back-to-back games. They handled business against the Cowboys, and then they handled business real well against the Bills. Dominated the Bills. Just ran all over them. Derrick Henry with over 200 scrimmage yards and multiple touchdowns. Had an 87-yard run as well, rushing touchdown. And we see Lamar Jackson. I think he had like 3 or 4 touchdowns that game. Absolutely playing and getting everything they wanted in that game against the Bills in prime time as well. A lot of noise around it. People kept saying Lamar not this. Josh Allen is better than Lamar. Lamar is not a top this quarterback. He's not top 3. He's not top 4. Lamar Jackson went out there and showed you that he said, I'm on a different level. I'm a 2-time MVP for a reason. Went out there and handled business against the Bills and got the victory, and they won 2 games back-to-back. So they're coming. They're trying to get back to the first spot. We also seen, of course, the Bengals win their first game. That was against the Panthers, of course, but the Panthers was playing a little better. They put up a fight, but the Bengals won their first game. Their defense still a little shaky, still a little jacked up, but they did enough, of course, to hold the Panthers off and to hold on to the win and win. I think they won by 10. I think it was 34-24, if I'm not mistaken. They won their first game. Browns lost again. Remember they lost to the Giants that one week, and then they lost to who was it? Who they lost to? I know they lost. I remember seeing something. It was like showing something crazy. I was like, the Giants lost again. I mean, the Browns lost again. It was something crazy. Who did the Browns lose to? The Browns lost. I know they lost again. They lost to the Raiders. That's what it was. Yeah, it was the last play. Deshaun Watson had the ball. It was going forward. He got sacked at the end of the game like that. I don't know why he just didn't throw the ball out, like release the ball. He was holding the ball too long, got to the sideline. Nothing was there. Tried to do too much and got sacked. And yeah, and they lost that game too as well. So the Browns and the Bengals are at the bottom at 1-3. Still got a lot of digging to do. The Steelers got a comfortable margin. They play the Cowboys this week. They should find a way to win this game. The Cowboys are missing some key pieces. The Steelers missing some pieces as well. The Steelers missing, of course, Alex Highsmith. He's going to be missing from this game. They lost James Daniels for the season. They're amazing guard. And they also lost Trevor Townsend, earlier last week, too, as well. So the Steelers missing some pieces as well. But I think overall they can find a way to get something done. I know Corder Patterson had a concussion, and Jalen Warren is still hurt. He might be back. Najee Harris was in a sling last week. So we'll see how things shape out. Justin Fields played very good football for the Steelers. Did a good going out there and making plays and doing what he do. As Justin Fields, you're just phenomenal out there. Yeah, 360 or 70 yards of offense, just playing phenomenal football out there, just going crazy for the Steelers, trying to keep them in that game. The defense, I think, will bounce back. I think their last performance was a fluke because the defense did not look like themselves. They went out there and played sloppy. They wasn't communicating well, wasn't making tackles as well, and didn't do the things they did great. They usually are great when they get after people and cause negative yardage on the first downs or early downs for teams. They get in the backfield and they get a tackle for loss on the run or something like that and make something happen. But this past game, they just couldn't get anything going and they look flustered. But I think this game right here against the Cowboys, they'll try to make some things happen. The Cowboys are missing Michael Parsons. They're missing DeMarcus Lawrence as well. Trayvon Diggs should be back for them, but they missed some pieces. I think the Cowboys' offense, of course, their rushing attack is not the best. They still one of the worst rushing teams in the league. It's not the worst rushing team in the league, so they really kind of rely on passing the ball heavily. And when the Steelers are better when they rushing and getting to the quarterback. Cowboys O-line got some young tackles, so we'll see how things shape out. T.J. Watt going to be matched up against some young tackles. He's about to get double teamed a lot. And Herbig got to win his battles on the other side as well. So we're going to see how this game goes and shapes out for us. Yeah, so that's basically everything for this week. The week updates, the teams that won, those Steelers and Ravens and Bengals. The Browns suffered defeat. There's still a lot of season left, like 13 games left, so anything can happen. So hopefully the Steelers just keep on stacking wins and keep on winning. and getting ourselves to a comfortable margin, to go to the bye. I think our bye week is week 8. I believe it's week 8, week 9. We can go there at least having at least being like 6-2, being 6-2, 7-1 would be great too, but like being 6-2 or something like that. 5-3, even 5-3, a worst case scenario, 5-3. But at least being 2 games above 500, I think you'll take it, especially with the injuries you had as well. So hopefully we can be like 6-2 or 7-1 entering the bye, and then we can recruit, heal up, rest up, and then try to regroup some stuff, rearrange some things, and see what happens. I know Mr. Khan is definitely watching the market as well, because we see a lot of scenarios. DeAndre Hopkins was a rumor as well. I know they said the Titans, they lose too many games, they could be in play for trading DeAndre Hopkins by trade deadline because he only had 1 year left on his deal, so we can get something back from him. I'm going to say Adams could be available. I remember I made a video about that. Now, I think the Jets might be probably the first team that he'll probably go to. Seeing the connection with him and Rodgers, and they've been advocating for him. But I wouldn't be opposed if Mr. Omar Khan made the deal. I think Hopkins probably be a better get because it'd be a lower end deal because he's only on 1 year left on his contract. And also, I think it'd be easier to kind of send something over to get Hopkins like that, maybe like a 4th round or 5th round pick or something, to get Hopkins on your team. So I think Mr. Omar Khan will be watching the receiver market because we do need another receiver to add out there. Roman Wilson, we're going to see how he looks. Hopefully he does play this week as well. That'd be great to see him. But a lot of our receivers outside of George Pickens are inconsistent. Van Jefferson haven't done nothing really too much. Kevin Austin had a good game. A game against the Chargers, the 95 yards he had in the touchdown. With his pass game, he didn't really do anything too much. Like that, I remember he had one or two big catch, 1-2 nice catches here and there. And then after that, didn't really do too much. So inconsistencies. Every receiver behind George Pickens have been inconsistent, haven't been able to get going fully. So if we can go out there and get a receiver, I'll be all for it. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. The AFC North race update. How you confident you feeling us staying on top and trying to win this division. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.